Maha Shri Chaitanya Manopishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guruha Shri Yuta Padkamalam Shri Guruna Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shanyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prem Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratushe Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Sapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriya Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivash Adi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna. Yeah, so today we are going to the next part of the second wave of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Share my screen. Is it visible? Okay. So today we are discussing the third part. So this is Eastern section, wave 2, third part. Okay. So what we have discussed in this Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu till now, I will just give a summary and then we will go to the third part. Okay. So as you may remember that we had first the discussion of the Eastern wave, Eastern section wave, first wave. Okay, so in the first wave we have discussed Samanya Bhakti. Okay, where we discussed about the summary of all the sections going to come that we have discussed. So in that we have discussed overview in the sense that what are the different sections going to talk about. Okay, what is there in Eastern section? Okay, if you remember, we had one slide, Granth Vibhag. Okay, what is there in Eastern section? So, what is there in the Southern section? What is there in the Western section? What is there in Northern section? In summary, we have discussed. 1 minute. Hare Krishna. Okay, so does anyone remember what was there in the Eastern section first wave? Okay, what was in the first wave of the Eastern section?
Samanya Bhakti.
Yeah. So we have Samanya Bhakti first
Mangala,
wave. I will write it here.
Mangala Vastu Nirdesh.
Yes.
Then
Correct.
all those things, Namaskar, and different slok from Bhagavad Gita you have taken, like Ashirvad Shloka, definition of Uttam Bhakti was there, Anya
Correct.
Abhilashta Shunyam. and then the different explanations of those which you have taken in detail. This much I remember, Puri.
Yeah. And also in the end, we discussed how dry logic is not sufficient, but we need to have the taste, little bit taste for scriptures is required. Okay. Swalpam api ruchi erevasyad. So that was mentioned. Swalpam achi ruchi eva syad bhakti tattva avabodhika. So to understand the tattva of bhakti, a little bit taste should be required for this subject matter. Okay. And also one very important discussion there we did the definition of bhakti rasamrita sindhu. We discussed what is definition of bhakti, what is definition of rasa, correct? What is definition of amrita, and what is the meaning of Sindhu? It's ocean of these things, correct? So if you remember, we have discussed this. So that was wave one. Wave two, we had two parts already we discussed. Okay. So in the part three, now which is going to come, we are going to discuss about the further. So what we discussed earlier was the topics of sadhana bhakti. Okay. Definition of sadhana bhakti was given, and it was told okay, it has two parts, Vaidhi sadhana bhakti, and it has second part as the raganuga raganuga sadhana bhakti. Okay, so then we have discussed. Okay, I will make one more slide here. Okay, first we need to. Okay, so what we have discussed till now is we have discussed the definition of uttama bhakti first of all. Okay, the definition of uttama bhakti was discussed. Anya vilashita shunyam ज्ञान कर्मादि अनावृतम आनुकूल्येन कृष्णानु शीलनम भक्तिर उत्तमा. Okay, that definition was given in 1.1.11 of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Okay, we discussed that. And then in Uttama Bhakti, it was told it has three divisions. Okay. So what are the three divisions of Uttama Bhakti was told? The first one was told Sadhana Bhakti. Okay, that is Prabhupada defines it as devotional service in practice. And then second type of Uttama Bhakti or second stage of Uttama Bhakti we can say was Bhava Bhakti, and third category was Prema Bhakti. Okay. So here we have the segregation in the Sadhana Bhakti also Rupa Goswami told that it has two parts. Okay. By the Sadhana Bhakti, and second was the Raganuga Sadhana Bhakti. Okay. So this much segregation was done for the Sadhana Bhakti. Okay. And now we are we have discussed why the Sadhana Bhakti has three adhikaris. Okay. Kanishta, Madhyama, and Uttama. Okay. So what are the respective definitions? Anybody remembers? Kanishta, Madhyama, and Uttama Adhikari. In short, what was the discussion? First, you can tell about Uttama's Adhikari. What is his definition? What are the characteristics it has? He has. Yeah, Arun, please.
I remember, Puri, the most basic characteristics that you told was that the difference is mainly in faith, That if someone
mm,
comes and tells to Uttam Bhakta about something about devotional service or in a wrong way, then there will be no kind of determination will not shake.
mm.
Whereas in Madhyama, he will not leave he will not leave Krishna consciousness, um, and he will be like neutral but not leave the Krishna consciousness. Whereas the Kanishta Adhikari, he may leave, and again he will not lose bhakti. In future, he may come back, but at this point of time, he may leave or go away from devotees or association of devotees Krishna consciousness. So this was the main difference I'm remembering in terms of faith, as you told. And there were many more things. This is
Yeah.
what I
Okay. Anybody
remember.
else? Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Mostly you covered. Yeah. Anybody else want to add?
Prabhuji,
Yeah.
Kanishta is just a starting phase of spiritual journey, like basics of devotion and considering understanding. Madhyama is progressed beyond the initial stages, who is actively engaged in devotional practice, has good connection with deities, and Uttama is at the highest level, who has a deep, pure devotion for in the
No. What
Lord
we
Krishna.
discussed from Rupa Goswami. This is in general. You are saying.
Okay, yeah.
What we discussed from Rupa Goswami. You have to tell. This is maybe in general what we hear. What Rupa Goswami said that we want. 3 points he told about Uttama Bhakti, Uttamadhikari, sorry. What was the. So I will tell the definition. Shastriyukto cha nipuna. Okay, and that is first thing. Shastriyukto cha nipuna. So he has very nipunata. Okay, very much expertise in Shastra Yukti. If somebody tells something from other Shastra or this Shastra, his Gaudiya Shastra or outside, he is very able to reconcile it. Okay, then Shraddhavan. Okay, he is very much faithful. So he is saying Sarvatha Dृढ़ Nishchaya, second part. He is always very determined. Okay, very determined, not in the sense that he is very, very austere devotee. No, determined means he doesn't go for karma or jnana paths. Okay, that is meaning of determination. Not that he does fasting for whole Ekadashi. That is not meaning of determination. Then third thing, Rupa Goswami also told, proud shraddho. He has very high degree of faith. So these three are symptoms of Uttamadhikari, he told. Okay, so uh, Madhyamadhikari, he told characteristics like he has also Shastra Yukti. Okay, but he is not Nipuna. Shastra Yukta cha Anipunaha. That was the definition. Correct. And his faith level also is not as high as Uttamadhikari. So what happens? He is not able to argue with the opponents and not able to conclude with them that bhakti is highest. And Kanishta yo bhavet komal shraddha sa Kanishta nigadyate. Okay, whoever has komal shraddha, he may have weak faith, but it is pure faith. Okay, it's not impure, it's pure faith. So these three things we have discussed. Okay, and here going ahead in that same topic, we have discussed the definition of obviously sadhana bhakti and vaidhi bhakti that I will show here. And this definition was discussed. So we will just revise little bit these two definitions and then we will go to the topic. This is discussed in the part 3 which we are going to learn now. Okay, so just to put everything in right perspective where we are and what we are discussing, I have drawn this. So Bhava Bhakti will come in the Eastern wave only, but it will come in the third section. Okay, we are doing the second section of the Sadhan Bhakti now. Bhava Bhakti and Prema Bhakti will come later. Okay, and this topic is NOD chapter 15, 16. Okay, so we are going to start the chapter 15 today. Okay, from NOD. So we offer our respects to Srila Rupa Goswami, Srila Prabhupada, who have mercifully actually given this scripture, Bhakti Rasam Sindhu. And as we have discussed in the beginning, if you remember, it took long time for Rupa Goswami to actually compile this, almost 19 years. And it is his magnum opus, means it is the biggest contribution of Rupa Goswami for the Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya. And many times Vishwanath Chakravarti has glorified Rupa Goswami that Bhakti Shritam Tam tu. Basically, there is a shloka he composed in Madhur Kadamini. He says that many people and many devotees have come, practiced bhakti and perfected. But nobody could explain the science of bhakti as by Rupa Goswami. Okay, so Rupa Goswami has explained the science in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu in very technical terms, because it's very difficult to teach emotions in technical terms, because bhakti is a science which is science of emotions actually, and how to put emotions into words, it is very difficult. Nobody can put emotion into words. If somebody asks how much you love your mother, you cannot explain it. Correct. So in the same way, how a devotee loves Krishna, it's completely something which is to be experienced. It's experiential. Many people, many devotees who came, experienced, perfected their life, and they went back to Godhead. But nobody explained it like Rupa Goswami, as he has done in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. So that's his contribution. Okay, so and another very important point I want to point out here from the beginning is that we are still discussing the sadhana bhakti only. Okay, we have not yet gone to the next phase of the bhava bhakti, which is what Prabhupada defines it as devotional service in ecstasy. Okay, devotional service in ecstasy. And what is prema bhakti? Devotional service in love. Okay, pure love, or we can say loving, loving devotional service. Also, Prabhupada says, and this is what practice. Correct. What I Prabhupada told, devotional service in practice. So we are still doing this sadhana bhakti only, which is devotional service in practice, and in this we are doing now. First type of practice was Vaidi sadhana bhakti. Okay, and second type of practice, it is also a practice. It is called Raganuga sadhana bhakti. Okay, these are both practices, and now we are going to learn this part. So before we go to that, some important definitions, three important definitions which we have learned, we will just revisit. What are the first important definition was of Uttama Bhakti, correct? Second important definition was of Sadhana Bhakti. Third important definition was what is Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti. And we will learn today fourth definition, that is of Uttama Bhakti, that is Raganuga Sadhana Bhakti. Okay, so let's see the definition of Uttama Bhakti. Okay. अन्याभिलाषिता शून्यं ज्ञानकर्मादि अनावृतम् आनुकूल्येन कृष्णानुशीलनं भक्तिरुत्तमा. Okay, so somebody can read. Deepali Mataji, you would like to read?
Yes, Lord. The highest bhakti is defined as continuous service or emotions directed towards Krishna, his expansion forms, or other related to him, with a pleasing attitude towards Krishna. It should be devoid of desires other than the desire to please the Lord, and unobstructed by impersonal jnana, the materialistic rituals of karma, or other unfavorable acts.
Yeah. So this aspect of Uttama Bhakti, we have seen that there are three important terminologies. First is Anyabhilashita Shunyam. Second is Gyan Karmadi Anavritam. Third is it should be Anukulyena, favorably disposed towards whom? Towards Krishna or his devotees. Okay. And it should be Anushilanam, means it should be a constant practice. Okay, anushilanam. Okay, and following the instruction of the acharyas, that is also another meaning. So it's a repeated activity, which is, or it's a practice. Okay, and how this practice should be done? It should be done favorably. Okay, it should be done favorably. And if you remember, we discussed primary characteristic was being favorable and being continuously engaged. So the definition for the word anukullena and anushilanam we have seen there. And we have seen that continuously engaged for a sadhaka is not every moment engagement. It is everyday engagement that Vishwanath Chakravarti explained. And what are the other parts of this? One is anyabhilashita shunyam, that is secondary characteristic. That means it should be free of bhukti and mukti desires. Correct. That we have discussed. And then Gyan Karma Dhyanavritam. It should be free of the path of Gyan and Karma, means desire which is leading to liberation. That is moksha. That is there. And then scriptures which teach that is Gyan Kanda. And one should not have interest in reading such kind of literatures and following such path. And similarly Karma also. So this we have discussed. And then next definition what we saw? was the definition of sadhana bhakti practice. So what was the definition of sadhana bhakti? So we will see again and then we will revise the definition. Kriti sadhya bhavet sadhya bhava sa sadhana abhida नित्य सिद्धस्य भावस्य प्राकट्यम हृदय साध्यता. Yes, Mataji, please read.
Action of the senses which produces the stage of bhava is called sadhana bhakti. This attained stage of bhava bhakti is an eternal sthayi bhava, which is not created but simply manifest within the soul by the spiritual energy of the Lord.
Yeah. So he is saying what first two lines are the definition of sadhana bhakti. Okay, sadhana abhida. Abhida means it is called. What is called? So two important characteristics are there of sadhana bhakti. What are the two characteristics? First is kriti sadhya. It should be performed by senses. So it is called action of senses. And what are the senses? The all 10 senses plus mind. Okay, so please remember this, that the 10 senses plus the mind. This mind is specifically engaged for the Raganuga Sadhana Bhakti. Okay, and 10 senses plus mind all are engaged, but mind is specifically utilized for Raganuga Sadhana Bhakti. Okay, that's why Rupa Goswami has chosen every word. Okay, it is not just randomly he went to dictionary and found out okay which is the word for this. Okay, maybe this also can be used. Even for the previous definition, Anyabhilashita Shunyam, why the ta is there? We have discussed, right? Okay, because there can be sometimes desire for protecting one's life so that one can practice bhakti. Example, we have seen what Draupadi. Okay, when she was in danger, so then she also asked for protection. Okay, and then we have here second characteristic. What is second characteristic we have? Bhavet sadhya bhava. Okay, this is the second characteristic. Bhavet sadhya bhava means it should bring out the goal of what? Bhava bhakti.
There is no voice, Puri.
Hare Krishna. Not able to hear, Guruji. Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhuji probably have logged out. Yes, Prabhu. Let us wait. Isha Mataji, you have become host. You can make me host again because I made Prabhuji host. Or when Prabhuji will come, please make him host.
Hare Krishna. So what we were discussing is the characteristics of sadhana bhakti. So yeah, I was telling the example of the child, how the child, for him to learn to walk, Srila Prabhupada gave that example that he cannot do just any activity, but he has to do particular activities like, for example, catching the wall and trying to walk. So similarly, any activity cannot be called sadhana bhakti, but it should have two characteristics. What are the two characteristics? First, it should be the action of the senses. The senses should be involved, and 10 senses, which are the knowledge acquiring senses and the working senses, and then 11th is mind. These should be involved. And second is, it should be with the goal of attaining bhava. Okay, that should be the goal. Then it is called sadhan bhakti. Any activity with these two characteristics can only be called sadhan bhakti. Okay, otherwise it is not sadhan bhakti. And then second part, the definition says from where the uh, sadhan bhakti, that bhava which it will attain, where it does it come. So Prabhupada is saying this state of bhava is an eternal sthai bhava, which is not created, means it is already somewhere there. Correct. Every spiritual entity is not created. If something is created, it is material. Okay, and it cannot be spiritual, but it simply manifests. From where does it manifest? So he is saying within the soul it manifests by the spiritual energy of the Lord. So from where does it manifest? So here the definition itself is saying Nitya Siddhasya, means the bhav of Nitya Siddha. And who is that Nitya Siddha? Is generally one's guru, Diksha Guru or Siksha Guru. So it is there already in their heart. From there it is transferred to the heart of the devotee. Okay, so Guru Krishna Prasade Pai Bhakti Leta Bij, and Guru Krishna Prasade only he will also get this bhava. Okay, bhava bhakti he will attain. Okay, so these definition we have learnt earlier. And then third definition we learnt was the definition of Vaidhi Sadhan Bhakti. So this is first type of Sadhan Bhakti. So what are the definition? Yatra raganavaptatvat pravrittir upajayate shashanena eva shastrasya sa Vaidhi Bhakti ruchyate. Yes, Mataji, please read.
Where the actions of bhakti arise not from the attainment of raga, but by the teachings of the scriptures, it is called Vaidhi Sadhana. Vaidhi.
Correct. So what he is saying is, Rupa Goswami again has chosen very, very specific words. What is there? That yatra, where, what is seen? Raga anavaptatvat. Anavaptatvat means non-attainment. Okay. What is not attained? Raga. Okay. So it's the definition given with absence of something. Like we can give many things example for this. Like suppose we say that okay, every day there is a boy Devadatta. He performs the yajna. And then today it is said today Yajna Datta will perform the yajna because Devadatta is absent. So Yajna Datta is not every day performing the yajna. Every day who performs? Devadatta. But today somebody else is performing because he is absent. So some type of definition is given here which is called by the absence of one entity, the definition of other is given. It's not a direct definition. So please understand why Rupa Goswami has done like this. Why the definition is given like this. So now somebody may ask, what is this raga? You are telling that this is absent. What is absent? What is that it is absent? First, that has to be defined, right? Correct. This is natural question we will have, that something is absent, then what it is that which is absent? So Rupa Goswami is saying that absent thing is raga. Okay, what is raga? It was told in the commentary by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. It was told. Okay, so what he told in general, I will tell first. Let us complete this definition. So something is absent. What is that absent? Raga is absent, but still something is seen. What is seen? Pravritti. What is pravritti here? Action of bhakti. Upajayate. Yatra pravritti upajayate. Action of bhakti. Pravritti is still seen. Somebody is saying, okay, this raga is something which is absent. And if you see definition of raga in dictionary, something is like attachment, where attachment is not there. So in general understanding, we have that, okay, raga means attachment to something. That is according to Sanskrit dictionary. But Rupa Goswami, when he is creating this Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, he is not creating a Sanskrit dictionary. Okay, this book is not dictionary. Here, when rag will be defined, rag will be defined in respect to Vraj Vasi Jana. Okay, those who are residents of Vrindavan or Vraja. With respect to them, it will be defined. So Rupa Goswami has written a book, and he has uh, defined rag in a specific way for the accomplishment of the book's purpose. Okay, what is the purpose of the book? If you remember the very first shloka we have seen, that it is the Nirdesh. Vastu Nirdesh is Akhil Rasamrit Murti Krishna. Who is Akhil Rasamrit Murti Krishna? Only Vraj Krishna, who can experience all 12 rasas. It's not Lord of Vaikuntha who can experience all 12 rasas with devotees. Okay, it is only the Vraj Krishna who can experience all 12 rasas with anybody. Okay, whoever wants to. Somebody wants to reciprocate in Madhurya, he can reciprocate. But suppose anybody wants to reciprocate with Madhurya Ras with Vishnu or Sakhya Ras with Vishnu, he can do that. So Rupa Goswami is saying that there is something seen for Krishna which Hare Krishna. So yeah, here Rupa Goswami is saying that their rag is absent, but now he is saying that there is something seen, even though it is absent, but something is seen. What is seen? Pravritti. What is pravritti? The action of the senses or action of bhakti. Okay, so now somebody may ask, okay, there is no attachment for Krishna or the devotees of Vrindavan. Why is it seen? So he answers that in the next two lines. It comes because of Sashaneneva Shastrasya. What is the translation? By the teachings of the scriptures. It is called Vaidi Bhakti. Sa Vaidi Bhaktir Uchyate. So there is a impetus. Okay, I am using a particular word, impetus, which will be used now onwards very frequently. The impetus is given of Vaidi Sadhana Bhakti. So please note this down. That impetus of Vaidi Sadhana Bhakti is given in the shloka while defining Vaidi Sadhana Bhakti. So what are the two characteristics of Vaidi Sadhana Bhakti? First, raga is absent. Raga is absent. Okay. So this is first characteristics of this type of bhakti. What is the second characteristic? The impetus of Vaidi Sadhana Bhakti is what? Okay. Impetus is teachings of okay, let us put it in this way, injunction of the scriptures. Okay. Okay, so these are the two characteristics, please note down, of Vaidhi Sadhan Bhakti. If these two are not fulfilled, then it cannot be called Vaidhi Sadhan Bhakti. Okay, previously we saw definition of Sadhan Bhakti which had two characteristics, both have to be fulfilled. And second, here also Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti, which is part of it, should have these two characteristics. One, first is that rag is absent. What is rag? We will just define it now. Okay, in few minutes we will define it. What is rag? But it is absent. And what is general understanding of rag? It is something which is attachment in general. But in Rupa Goswami's Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, rag has been defined as a very specifically is attachment towards Krishna. Which Krishna? Braj Krishna, who is residing in Vrindavan. Okay, towards that person. Why that person? Because that's how Rupa Goswami has chosen to define in his book. You cannot apply this definition in all the books of the world. In this book, this definition has to be applied. Okay, why this definition only? Because the book's object is who? Akhil Rasamrit Murti, with whom all 12 rasas can be exchanged. Object is not Vishnu, object is not Ram, object is not Mathura Krishna, object is not Dwarka Krishna. Object is Vraja Krishna. Okay, so raga is defined only towards Vraj Krishna, and in whom this rag is residing, this is residing in Vrajvasi people. That is like Mother Yashoda, or Nanda Maharaj, or Shrimati Radharani, or Subala, Shri Dama, Raktak, Patrak, Chitrak. All these people, this rag is residing already. They are all Nitya Siddha devotees, in whom this raga or deep attachment towards Vraj Krishna is residing. Okay, so we will see the definition, but I am just saying what is absent, because the definition is given by the way of absence. Something is absent, that's why it is called this. Okay, so it becomes very essential to understand that actually Vaidhi Bhakti definition depends on Raganuga Bhakti. Okay, later we will see in Raganuga Bhakti it will be defined, Rag will be defined. Okay, so until unless we understand that, we will not be able to understand what is Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti actually, because you don't know what is absent. Then how will you understand what is it? This is said that this is absent of this, but this only we don't know. So we have to understand that okay, this something which was absent. What is that absent thing? Then we will understand that what was absent in this bhakti, Vaidhi sadhana bhakti, which is called Vaidhi sadhana, because of the absence of something. Okay, I hope this is clear. Any questions before we start the topic? These three basic things we have discussed. Any questions on what we discussed till now? Any confusion? Because without understanding this basic concept, it will be very difficult to understand the future topic,
Hare Krishna.
because they are all dependent on this topic. Yes, Prem Latika Mataji.
Prabhuji, I didn't understand the concept of absence.
Okay.
So,
Uh, like I gave the example that suppose yajna is done every day by a person called Devadatta. Okay. Every day he comes and does the yajna. But today he is absent. So announcement is made that today the yajna will be done by Yajnadatta because Devadatta is absent. Okay. Clear. So why Yajnadatta is doing the yajna today? What is the answer?
Datta is absent.
Ah, yes, he is absent.
Hmm.
It's not his service to do every day, but because somebody is absent, he is doing.
Hmm.
Now, if somebody has only come to the second day and he doesn't know who does every day yajna, he will ask, who is that person who is absent?
Hmm.
You understanding? So, that absence is needed to understand why this person is doing. Who was that person who was absent? So, that's why here raga is something which is absent in the Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti. Okay.
Ah,
So, that rag is absent. What is absent? We have to ask first. Then
okay.
we will understand, okay, this is what is absent. That's why this is called Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti. Okay. Is it clear, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji, thank you.
Is it okay?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Anybody has any other question on this basic definition what we discussed?
Yes, Prabhuji. Can I ask?
Yeah, yes, sure.
Prabhuji, actually, Vaidhi, you said Vaidhi sadhana bhakti is missing of raga. So
Is
is
what?
it that
Missing of raga, missing of
missing of
raga.
raga?
Huh.
So is it that Vaidhi sadhana or Vaidhi bhakti process plus rag is equal to Raganuga Bhakta?
Vaidhi Bhakti plus rag is equal to Raganuga Bhakta. No, it is not exactly like that. Okay. So we will go to the previous. Yeah, here. Vaidhi has two characteristics, Prabhuji. First is rag is absent. Okay. First is rag is absent. So now you are saying, okay, we'll add rag. Will it become Raganuga? Second point is not considered then. What are the second characteristics? Impetus should also change. Okay. So impetus should also change. Impetus should not remain in the Shastric injunctions, the injunction of the Shastra. The impetus will be attraction, a genuine attraction towards some Vrajavasi. Okay. That will be told after this in the next definition. But it cannot be exactly told that raga just added with Vaidhi will become Raganuga Bhakti. It's not exactly like that, but we can have a preliminary understanding like that. It is okay. Okay, that basic understanding is correct. Yes, Proji.
Okay, but the Raganuga Bhaktas may not be following the Vaidhi Bhakti, right? Because they are at higher platform. Sometimes because the Vrajavasis or the friends of Krishna or some other devotees who may not be following the exactly the Vaidhi Bhakti process.
No, see, two things you mentioned here. Going back to this slide. Okay, see, two things you mentioned. One is this Vaidhi Bhakti person. Okay, you are saying Raganuga Bhakti person will not be following Vaidik. That is correct. Okay, they will not be following. They will not be following internally. They will be following it externally. Okay, these questions will be answered later as we discuss. But in short, I am just answering. And second part which you told that Raganuga is Vrajvasi, that is not correct. Because as I have been telling here, devotional service in practice. It is which stage? It is practice stage, sadhana bhakti. Okay. So this is not a perfected place or perfected practice. Okay. It is in still sadhana stage. Okay. But when we say those who are already in Vrindavan, Vraj Krishna's like associates, okay, in Golok Vrindavan, they are called Ragatmika. Okay, they are very high level spontaneous devotees. But this person is practicing to follow in their footsteps. Okay. So I will give one example. It will become very clear. Okay. So anyhow, I was going to give that example in the beginning, so we can discuss now only. So this is little bit material example, but it may be relevant. So please try to bear with it. Okay. So just like suppose we have a cricket academy. Okay. Okay. So we have a cricket academy where two people want to go. Okay. And learn cricket. Why they want to learn cricket? So that they can go and play in the international cricket, suppose. They can go and play in the international cricket. So two people, let's say person A, he wants to go and person B also wants to go in the cricket academy. For what? What is purpose of going? Yes, Prasanna Gopal. Why they want to go?
They want to play at international level.
Correct. They want to play. That is their goal. Okay. What will happen in cricket academy when they go? What will they do?
Uh, they will practice the basic things in cricket, basic rules or
Mhm.
basic
Okay.
techniques.
Basic techniques. So can we call this as they are going here to practice?
Yes.
Correct, na? They are going to practice here. The basics. Both are going. Okay. Now, both have a common goal. International cricket, they want to go. Okay. And they want to play for Team India, let's say, among the playing 11. They want to go. Now, both enter, they pay the fee, and both are assigned a teacher. Okay. A teacher is assigned. Okay. Now, before I discuss ahead, can you understand this analogy and tell in similar terms to bhakti? Okay, I will tell here A person is Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakta and the B person is, let us say, Raganuga Sadhana Bhakta. Okay, can you tell other parts of the analogy what it matches with in our discussion till now?
Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti, A will be in the both of them will be practicing in the cricket academy, but B will get selected in the international cricket.
No, 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 wait. Okay, okay, wait. Let me just change this term a little bit. It's not Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti, but Vaidhi Sadhaka. Okay, A is Vaidhi Sadhaka and B is the Raganuga Sadhaka. Okay, these are the persons. Okay, and what they are going to do is practice. What is practice? Practice is called sadhana. Okay, this practice is called sadhana. What is cricket academy? This cricket academy is the place where they are going to practice this, like our institute of ISKCON, we can say. Okay, where one can practice. Teacher, who is the teacher? Teacher is the guru, Siksha Guru, Diksha Guru. Okay, so teacher is the Siksha Guru or Diksha Guru. They are doing the practice sadhana and their names are Vaidhi Sadhaka and Raghunav Sadhaka. Okay. And what is this international cricket now? Can you tell Prabhuji? After practicing this whole thing, where they will go in the realm of spiritual terms, after they follow the instruction of Guru and they get perfected, where they will go?
Yeah, they will go. They will be performing actual seva in the Krishna service in the dham.
Okay, okay,
Golab
good.
Golab down.
Okay, means we can say that now they have perfected,
Capable, yeah, perfect.
and then they go to spiritual world. Can we say like that?
Yes.
Okay. Any confusion till now in this analogy anybody has? Because if we understand this analogy, 50% of our work is done. Okay, all the confusion which we may have, which already little bit came, okay, all the confusion will be removed 50%. If we understand this analogy, anybody has difficulty till now?
So in the spiritual world, it can be material also, no? Because it's irrelevant for the that devotee, whether he is in the material or spiritual world.
Yeah, obviously. But just to
Yeah.
understand that,
Okay, okay, yes, yes.
yeah. What you are saying
Yes.
philosophically is right, but just to keep it simple, yeah. Anybody has difficulty in understanding this analogy till now?
No, Prabhu, I have one question actually. Ki,
Yeah.
Vaidhi Bhakti is not the essential step to, not the only essential step to qualify further to go to Raganuga Bhakti. I mean, either of these
No,
can
no,
go.
no. My question is, Prabhuji, what analogy I told till now? Did you understand this and any confusion in what we discussed till now in this
Uh,
terminology?
it's
This
okay.
analogy only. No questions after that. This analogy, I'm asking any question.
Yeah.
Okay. Any question on this analogy, I'm asking. Hare Krishna. Yeah, Kishore, Prabhu. Any question on this?
No, no, Prabhu, I just thought of one more analogy.
Uh,
There are two sadhakas. One,
wait. First, we'll complete this analogy. We'll not get confused with more. Once we'll complete this, I will take your analogy later. Okay. First, let us complete this. Okay. Otherwise, we will get confused. Already, lot of confusion may be there. Okay. So, A and B, two persons are there. Both are practicing. Both have a goal. Okay. What are they practicing? They are practicing sadhana. Okay. Which in our analogy is practicing to play cricket. Where they are going to some institute of cricket academy, and where there is a teacher. That teacher for us is like our Siksha Guru, Diksha Guru, who will teach the basic foundational principles of bhakti. But practice Guru will not do. He is doing his things, but we have to do the practice. How to play cover drive, how to play straight drive. Vaidhi Sadhaka should not do, Raghunav Sadhaka also should not do playing cricket, but just to this analogy. Okay. And then after they practice nicely, okay, they are becoming perfect and they are going to go to the international cricket, which in our analogy is spiritual world. Okay, I hope this is clear. Now, while they are there in this academy, what happens one day? Both were practicing doing the net practice. What happens one day? Both came across this video of Sachin Tendulkar. They saw the video of his playing on the TV. Okay, so assume that they had not seen it earlier and they saw now that, oh, this person is playing. And then actually, till now, the teacher was teaching from a book. Okay, there was a book which he was telling that this step one to play this is first bring your step forward, then make your hand lift like this, then play the drive like this. He was teaching from the book and they were trying to practice. Okay, step one, step two, step three, and then play. They were doing every day this practice. Then suddenly they saw this video and then they saw, oh, this is really amazing. What we were trying to see in the book step by step, this person is doing automatically without having to look at any book or thinking of book. He is perfected person. He plays all the shots exactly what is given in the book, but he plays so free flow, so spontaneously. Correct, you understand what is happening here? So they came across a person, okay, who has perfected this book. When he plays, he doesn't think about the step 1, step 2, step 3. No, he has learnt it that way maybe. Okay, that we are not discussing here. Okay, but in this example we have to understand he is perfected person. Okay, and he is like both of their attainments, like they want to become like him because he has already played there. Okay, so they both came across video, but what happened? A person, when he saw the video, he told, yes, it is good. What he plays is very perfect, but I prefer to follow the book still. Step 1, step 2, step 3. Okay, they both have choice of the book and video. He says, book, actually, I will like to prefer to follow the book. The video is very good, but I don't like to follow it. What he plays is very right, but still, I prefer to follow the step 1, step 2, step 3 and follow the book only. The B person, he says, yeah, book is also good, but I don't prefer to follow because this person plays exactly like the book only. It's not nothing wrong, but he attracts me to play better. I am attracted by this person. Okay, who is there in the video? Okay, who is there in the video? This person attracts me somewhat, and I no more feel like going through this step 1, step 2, step 3 and remembering and doing, but I just like to follow and emulate him. So I am using another word, emulate. So earlier I used a word impetus, that also you must have noted down. Please note down this word also. This is called emulate. Okay, so I would like to emulate him who is there in the video. Okay, so now the person A, who is the person who has impetus of what? Following the book. So again, I will write here the word impetus. Okay, his impetus is what? The book. He prefers to follow the book. But this person's impetus is what? His impetus is not the book. His impetus is the person in the video. His impetus is the videos. Okay. Who among A and B, which one is practicing? Who is practicing A and B among these two? Who is practicing the art of cricket?
A. Why they Bhakti?
Both
How
are
many say A?
practicing.
How many say B? How many say both A and B? How many say none? A and B, nobody's practicing.
Actually, both are practicing according to me.
Both are practicing. Okay. Anybody who has understood it differently? Want to ask question? Is anybody thinking only A is practicing or anybody thinking only B is practicing? No. Clear, na? Both A and B are practicing. Their impetus is different, that we have understood. One likes the book, one likes the video. That is the only thing. That is the only thing. Okay. That is the only difference. Now, who has gone to the international cricket till now? A and B? Who has already reached?
Both.
That is where
No
Who
my
one.
has
question
already
No.
was.
reached?
Nobody.
Huh?
That
Nobody
is
has.
Nobody.
Yeah,
Both
you
are
can
practicing.
raise hand and speak maybe if you, or you can unmute and speak a little loudly. Yeah, who has already reached the international cricket already?
Only Sachin Tendulkar, the guru.
No, no. Question is about A and B.
No one has reached
Nobody has
fully.
reached
No
for
one
them. They
has
both are
reached.
so.
practicing.
I have a
Nobody.
Uh,
question there, Bhagavan.
both are practicing. Is this clear to everyone? No,
Yes.
none of them has reached.
No.
Both A and B are still practicing.
Yes.
Clear? Okay. Yes. Question. Yes, Kishan Madhaprabhu.
Yeah, exactly. That is where my question is basically.
Hmm.
To go to international cricket,
Hmm.
either A or either B is can work basically. I mean, just to know,
Hmm.
even if a
Hmm.
person doesn't have a Raganuga Bhakti
Hmm.
by in heart, still by
Hmm.
practice he can go to international cricket. Is it
Hmm.
true,
Hmm.
or after
True. True.
practicing A, he should essentially have Raganuga Bhakti at least?
No. 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 Both can go. Both can go. Okay. No problem. Both can go. But the thing is, in spiritual world, there are two parts. Okay. Part A and part B. A will go to A part. B will go to B part. That is the only thing. Okay. The like in the international cricket team, 11 members. There are two. We can say what? Two parts. One is let's say 5 players. One is 6 players. These 5 players are of one type and 6 players of another type. Maybe we can say right-handed and left-handed. Let's say whatever. Okay. So in the spiritual world, A and B, there are two parts. One part is called Golok Vrindavan. This B is the Golok Vrindavan, and A is Vaikuntha. Okay. So A will reach to Vaikuntha part. Okay, because he followed Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti. B will go to Golok Vrindavan because he followed Raganuga Sadhana Bhakti. Okay, we will discuss that later. But now my question was A and B, have they reached already there? No. Both are practicing? Yes. Are they practicing the same way? No. They have different impetus. One is trying to follow the book step by step. Why does he do that? Because that's what he likes. That's what he prefers. Is he doing something wrong? No. Is B doing something wrong? No. Videos are also kept in the same academy for the people to look. And he feels better. He prefers to follow the video. And is the person who is playing in the videos doing something wrong? No. He is already perfected person. He is doing it very free flow. That's it. So the only thing difference is that their impetus is different. None of them is doing wrong. None of them is already perfected. Any doubts till now in what we discussed till now?
Yes,
Any
Guruji, doubt.
doubts? Yes,
Yes,
yes.
Guruji,
Yeah,
doubt.
please ask. Yeah.
This Raganuga Sadhaka, his impetus is video. So has he covered the book portion, or his book portion also he has done, na?
Yeah,
And
his
then
book.
he got attracted to video. Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. So that will be discussed later. He might not have gone through the whole book also. He might have studied only one chapter. He might have seen only one day the book. It could be any case. Okay, because as soon as he came across the video, he got attracted and he started practicing in that way. It might be that he never saw the book only. Okay, but he first day only was given the choice. You can see the video or you can choose the book. And he saw the video. He started doing from the video, and he perfected and went back to God. He went back to the cricket team, international cricket team. Okay, like that. So he may have seen or he might have read the full book. Any condition, any of them could be possible. Okay, because the qualification to enter the international cricket team is not that whether he read the book. The qualification to enter there is whether he did his practice properly and whether he became perfected. Okay. Is it clear, Proji?
Yes, Guruji.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but just to clarify the intent of your question, the intent of the question is whether he knows the Shastric rules and regulations or not. So he knows it all by following the person who is actually already following it. Now somebody may say, but all those who are already in the spiritual world, sometimes we hear that they don't follow all the rules and regulations like Ekadashi or other things. The details we will discuss later. Okay, I'm not going into that much detail. But please understand that both are based on the book only. The person B is not having impetus from the book, but the person whom he is following, na, he has perfected the book. Okay, so he doesn't have a direct impetus from the book. He has indirect way. The A has direct impetus from the book only. He also sees the video, but that doesn't attract him so much as the book process. And what is the book here? The book are our scriptures. Okay. And what is the video here? The video is the pastimes of Krishna with the Nitya Siddha devotees as explained in 10th canto. Not first to 12th canto all. No. Specifically, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has told 10th canto pastimes. Okay, that is there in Bhakti Sandarbha 310 purport. Okay, of Jiva Goswami. That Anucheda he has given the commentary. And also Vishwanath Chakra Thakur has explained. Okay, so um, okay, it will come later. I will show. But as of now, you can understand this much that yes, both are following the book. One is directly, one is indirectly. Okay, and it's not that B is going to do opposite to the book. No, he is not going to break the rules of the book. Okay, he is not going to break the rules of the book. The only thing is he is not having the impetus to follow the book directly. Is it clear, Praji? I hope I
Yes,
answered the
yes,
intent of
yes,
your question.
yes, Guruji, clear. Clear. Thank
Okay, okay, okay. Anybody has any other question on this analogy? Yes, Arun Pro.
Sorry. Hare Krishna. Getting my voice, Pradeep?
Yeah, yeah.
Some kirtan is going on in background outside.
Tell.
So my question is, sometimes we see some person or devotee who may not be in ISKCON, like who is not in this academy particularly. There can be many academies like some Sampradaya. But there may be some devotee, or as I have seen in my personal life, some people who are doing chanting also, may not be Hare Krishna Mahamantra. They are doing chanting and they do service with some bhav. But because we are trained in ISKCON to see that we are the practices that we do in ISKCON is more proper. So our vision becomes like that. And so what do we think? And I'm seeing the person from years that he is doing his sadhana or whatever sadhana he does or chanting, and he does
Mm,
seva in even ISKCON temple also properly.
mm.
Then what should we think or take it as? Like he will become perfect, or he will fall down, or he will leave the process or devotional service one day. Sometimes like it because the other devotees treat such persons like they are outsiders, they are not of ISKCON or they are not proper devotees. So what should be our attitude to see such persons?
Yeah. We'll discuss this later elaborately. So in short, I will tell anybody who is sincerely trying to follow the path of bhakti, as explained by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Rupa Goswami, and the other acharyas, and he may be following not under our Srila Prabhupada, but any other Gaudiya Math or any other place also. If he is sincere, he will attain the spiritual world by the mercy of his own Guru. Okay, that is possible, no problem. And also, we should not envy such a person, and we should not see down to such a person. We should, at the same time, not try to immaturely associate with them. Okay, because even Srila Prabhupada has not told any negative thing. Even the followers of Madhva Sampradaya, our Sampradaya only, but Madhvacharya's followers and Ramanuja followers, because they are all following their Guru, who will attain their destination as prescribed by their scriptures. So some of the Sampradayas, their goal is Vaikuntha. So they will reach there by the mercy of their spiritual masters and their gurus. So we don't have to either get disturbed, nor we have to convert them. We can do our practice sincerely. Let them do their practice sincerely. If they come and ask, we can tell what we are doing. Okay. So this is short answer for you. Is it okay?
So I like the last sentence that we can tell them what we are doing, and not that what you should do.
Sorry.
I like the last sentence that you said, that we can
Ah.
tell them what we are doing and not that what they should do. Whatever
Yeah,
they are
if they ask us, we should not be so much eager to go and tell, no, no, what you are doing is wrong. No, what they are doing is not wrong. What they are doing is right, because they have a different goal. Ours is a different goal. We may be wanting to go to spiritual world in Vaikuntha or Goloka, wherever. Okay, so he may be wanting to go some other place. He's even person going to Swarga is not wrong. He is right in the sense that he has a goal, he wants to go there. But it's our purpose to preach if they come, especially some other Sampradaya people who have been initiated there. If they come and ask us, then only we should tell. Otherwise, we should not be eager to convert them. We are not like Christian missionary. And none of our previous acharyas were in that mood. Rupa Goswami never went and converted anybody else. When somebody came to defeat him, he told, okay, I will sign and give. But only it was Baldev Vidyabhushan when our Sampradaya was in problem, existential problem, then only he wrote the three bhasyas and commentaries to protect our Sampradaya. Otherwise, we are not in a mood to anybody convert anybody. So we should be carrying that mood. Okay.
Thank you, Pujya.
Yes, Premlati Kamati.
Prabhuji, saying this analogy,
Hmm.
it's also a material example, but that is
Yeah.
applicable. I think you should guide me. That
Hmm.
when, as a doctor, when we are practicing first 2 years, we have to do our theoretical study, and after three
Okay.
years, we are into practice and
Hmm.
clinics and all that. So it was my experience in the college day. As soon as I started the practical practice, then
Hmm.
my knowledge of my theory was also enhanced. I mean,
Yeah.
I got very good marks when I started practicing under the senior doctors who were professionals. and it helped me to get deeper understanding of a disease, and
Hmm.
understanding the philosophy behind the physiology behind the every disease. So it for me, I'm speaking this example of B, who is got infatuated by that by Sachin seeing the seeing playing cricket, is very easy to follow. That path is very easy to follow. That is my
Correct.
understanding.
Yes,
Am
yes,
I
yes.
right, Prabhuji?
Yeah, yeah. Later it will come that this path is easier because there is a natural attraction to a perfected person already. So it becomes little easier. And it said that yeah, Vaidhi sadhana path is little bit difficult in the sense that one has to have the uh, impetus of following the scriptures, and he doesn't have any attachment to that natural attraction towards anybody is not there still. So yeah, that's true. Okay, and it will also told me it will be told later that Ragana sadhana path is faster. Okay, one is compared to the staircase, Vaidhi sadhana is compared to the staircase, other one is compared to the lift. Okay, like that.
So for us in Pune congregation, the exalted brahmacharis in our temple, and for me, Janva Mataji
Mm.
or Maharaj, these examples are like Sachin playing the cricket, you know.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Little bit, yeah, you can understand like that. But I was just going to explain that part. Good, you brought it out. In our example, the person who is perfected, his video is kept. As I told, it's the 10th canto, specifically which Vishwanath Guru says that the devotee is attracted to 10th canto pastimes, which is the associates of Krishna in Golok Vrindavan. Okay, that is already a perfected person, Nitya Siddha person.
Hmm,
His name actually technically is called Ragatmika. Okay, Raganuga is a person who follows Ragatmika. Who is Ragatmika? Like Yashoda Mai, Nand Maharaj, all those which I told example, Radharani, Lalita Sakhi, or Chitrak, Patrak, Shri Dama, Sudama, all different rasas. They are already with Krishna. Those Nitya Siddhas are called Ragatmika, who is compared in our analogy as Sachin Tendulkar.
hmm,
His follower, this person is called Raganuga Sadhaka. He
hmm,
is practicing to follow him. What is the word I use for that? Emulate.
hmm,
He is emulating to follow this perfected person.
hmm,
He is already in spiritual world. He is not there in the academy here.
hmm,
He is
hmm.
not in the academy with him. He is there in international cricket already. So you can accordingly apply this example when you said it. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
But they are surely very advanced devotees whom we are trying to follow because they are following whom who are there in spiritual world, right? So technically one may not be very right, but your intent is correct. Yeah, intent is correct. Yes. Okay. Yes, Yamuna will ask proof.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you for explaining through the analogy. My
Yeah,
question
one thing is
regarding
this is not my analogy. This Balram Shakti Prabhu gave this analogy, and I learned from him, and little bit I added here there, and then I'm trying to explain. Yeah. Yes, Prabhu.
Prabhuji, you said that initially that choice is given whether to follow a personality like the video or to follow the Vaidhi sadhana
Hmm.
path.
Hmm.
So here, because initially a devotee may not know, or like how that is decided whether he's eligible to follow a person directly, like who is expert, like through the video, or to follow that path. Like Guru
Hmm.
decides, or
Hmm.
he individually decides,
Hmm.
because there is again a chance, like if one decides, okay, I will just follow the Raganuga Bhakti, but because he's not having the thorough knowledge,
Yeah.
so he may do some mistakes, or he
Yeah.
may
Yeah.
not
Yeah. Yeah.
follow
I
properly,
understand
or
your
it may
question.
become
Yeah.
whimsically.
Yeah. I understand your question. See, answer will come later. The topic is qualification for Raganu Sadhana Bhakti. Topic will come there. Rupa Goswami will tell what is the qualification because every type of bhakti has a qualification, right? So tell me what is the qualification for Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti? What did we learn? What is the
Uh,
qualification? We read, remember, na, three types of qualified people are there. Here you see, Uttama, Madhyama. These three are persons qualified for Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti, right? So, what is the impetus? What is the qualification we discussed? Okay, I will
the
tell the
okay.
definition.
Mhm. Yeah.
Uh, sh- uh, यह केनापि अति भाग्येन जात श्रद्धो अस्तु यह पुमान नानिर्विन्नो नातिसक्तो भागस्याम अधिकार्यसो. Okay, Rupa Goswami is saying that यह केनापि अति भाग्येन जात श्रद्धो, he should have gained faith.
Yes.
First point was he should have faith, and many times we have repeated this. Second was he should not be too detached. Okay, not too detached. and third was not too attached. Okay, remember these three things. So these three are the qualifiers for anybody to enter into Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti. Along with this, one more component will be added for Raganuga Sadhana Bhakti. That fourth component is, I am writing above here. Okay. Apart from this, fourth is called Lobha. Okay, which is called in English greed. Okay, that greed also has to be there for him to qualify for this Raganuga Sadhana Bhakti. Okay, apart from these three, that Lobha will be defined later, and what it is will be defined later. But as of now, just keep it. I just want to keep the topics very simple so that there is no confusion. So I am answering very short. Okay.
Yeah.
So just keep it to that. Lobha is extra thing required, and if that is not there, he just have to continue Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti. How that Lobha comes, who gives, we will discuss later.
Okay. Okay, Proj. Thank you, Proj.
Yeah. Hare Krishna. Yes, Madha Harinam Prabhuji.
Yes, no problem. Yeah. Just want to ask one question, that is it our sampradaya belong to Braja Krishna only and we should read few chapters of 10th canto only? Or there are, or like you also are telling that you are not Dwarka Krishna also?
Sorry, last I could not hear. Uh, is it okay? I understood the first part. Then
So
second part, what?
we should study only the Braja Krishna pastimes specifically.
Okay. Or what is?
Or because
Yeah.
you were telling that even he is not attracted to Dwarka Krishna also, or not
Mm-hmm.
even to Vishnu, not
Correct.
other cantos, only 10th canto, a specific chapter
Correct.
only.
Yeah.
So our
Yeah.
sampradaya belongs to that.
Our sampradaya belongs to that. Just now, whatever half an hour is remaining, in that this question will be answered. Okay.
Okay, okay, Bhagavan.
So in general, if I have to give answer, then Prabhupada, we can see how he presented Krishna consciousness. He did not present only 10th canto. Okay, he presented the whole gamut of Vedic scriptures, Bhagavad Gita, and Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita actually is the symbol of ISKCON is like Bhagavad Gita as it is. That's the prime scripture of ISKCON, not even Bhagavatam, not even Chaitanya Charitamrita. Okay, but Prabhupada presented the whole thing. But what we have to finally condense and take is the rest half an hour of now. Okay, we will discuss that. Okay,
Okay,
so that will
Bhagavan.
come. Okay, so surely the goal, as all of us know, in ISKCON is uh, Golok Vrindavan. We have heard it many times, but we have not understood mostly in this way that the person A here, na, Vaidhi Sadhaka, he will never be able to attain that goal. Okay. That no, I am not saying Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, everybody has said, I will show it now. B person is the only person who can go to Golok Vrindavan. Okay. A will not be going there. A will be going only to Vaikuntha. Okay. Why? That we will see now. Okay. That is a short answer, Broji.
Thank you, Bhagavan.
Yeah. Okay. So I hope there are no more question on this analogy. As I told, this is very, very important. 50% of the things should have been clear from here of the concepts. More details will come. Then we will again refer to this analogy and try to understand it. Okay. So I hope this analogy is clear. Then we can go to the next part. Okay. So before we go to this definition, before Rup Goswami wrote this books, okay, something happened that I want to show now. And this whole definition and all can we will discuss in the next session only. Okay, so for now, what happened before Rupa Goswami wrote this book is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared. So why did Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appear? Actually, that is the topic now. Okay, and what does Chaitanya Mahaprabhu want from us? Okay, so this is a book, Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Leela, chapter 4, confidential reasons for the appearance of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay, these few shlokas we will just see. Okay, so this chapter is beginning, and here seventh shloka onwards we are reading. So okay, Yamuna Vilasprabhu, can you read the translations?
Yes,
Okay.
Proj.
A few shlokas also we will read. I will recite the shloka. You can just read the translation, and important highlighted purports are there that we will read. Yes.
Yeah. The scriptures proclaim that Lord Krishna previously descended to take away the burden of the earth. but the time to lift the burden of the world mixed with the time for Lord Krishna's incarnation.
Increasing the size here, yeah. So see, now what happened? We know Krishna uh, comes once in a day of Brahma. All of us know once in a day of Brahma he comes. But all other yugas, some other incarnation surely comes. Now what happened? When this current Kali Yuga came, the time to for Lord Krishna, original Swayam Bhagavan Krishna to come and the regular incarnation to come, both matched somehow. That's what is told here. Time to lift the burden of the world. Who does this? Not Swayam Bhagavan Krishna. He doesn't have to come to do this. But somehow that time mixed with the time for Lord Krishna's incarnation. When? In for this Kali Yuga only. Because Krishna doesn't come in any other Kali Yuga. For this Kali Yuga it matched. So then what happened? Yes, read ahead.
When the complete Supreme Personality of Godhead descends, all other incarnations of the Lord meet together within him.
So we know in Krishna resides all the avatars. So all of them will descend together with him, correct? Yeah, read here.
Lord Narayana, the four primary expansions, Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha,
Yeah.
Matsya, and the other Leela incarnations, the Yuga avatars, the Manvantara incarnations, and as many other incarnations as there are, all descends in the body of Lord Krishna. In this way, the complete Supreme God, Lord Krishna himself, appears.
Yeah, so it's not that only when these incarnations will come together, then only he will become complete. Please don't understand in that way. He is already complete. Okay, but all of these people have to do the work of lifting the burden of earth. They also come with Krishna now in this Kali Yuga because the time has coincided. Okay, now, yeah, 13th.
At that time, therefore, Lord Vishnu is present in the body of Lord Krishna, and Lord Krishna kills the demons through him.
Okay, so who kills the demons? Lord Vishnu. Who enjoys the pastimes? Lord Krishna. So pastimes with gopis and other Gwal Bals and Mother Yashoda. Who enjoys? Lord Krishna, Swayam Bhagavan enjoys. Who kills the demons? Lord Vishnu kills the demons. Okay. Yeah.
Thus, the killing of the demons is but secondary work. I shall now speak of the main reason for the Lord's incarnation.
Yeah. So Vishnu did the secondary work. So why did Krishna have to come? What is the reason? So he is saying Premanarasa Niryasa Karite Aswadan Raga Marga Bhakti Loke Karite Pracharan Rasika Shekhara Krishna Parama Karuna Yei Dui Hetu Hete Ikchara Udgama. Yeah, please read.
The Lord's desire is to appear was born from two reasons. The Lord wanted to taste the sweet essence of the mellows of love of God, and he wanted to propagate devotional service in the world on the platform of spontaneous attraction. Thus, he is known as supremely jubilant and as the most merciful of all.
Yeah, so whose desire it is? Lord's desire. Which Lord? Is it Vishnu or is Lord Krishna? Lord Krishna. Because what was the previous shloka? I shall now speak what? Lord Krishna's desire. Vishnu, that one is done. He will kill the demons. Over. What he is going to do, Lord Krishna, he is doing two things, he told. What are the two things? First is he wanted to taste the sweet essence of mellows of love of God. Prem ras niryas. Okay, that is first. Second, he wanted to propagate devotional service in the world on the platform of spontaneous attraction. What is that mentioned as Raga Marga Bhakti Loke Karite Pracharan. In the Loka, he wanted to do prachar. Prachar of which marg? Raga Marg. What is Raga? Let's see the word to word translation. Spontaneous attraction. Raga Marga Prabhupada has translated as the path of. Okay, and rag what it is? Spontaneous attraction. And as we saw earlier, spontaneous attraction to whom? Vraj Krishna only. Okay, so this he wanted to propagate. Who? Krishna. So having this desire, now Krishna thought something in his mind. Correct. All of us understand it's how difficult it is to know the mind of the Lord. First of all, it is difficult to understand the word and the action. Why did he run away? Why is called Ranchod Rai? So many people are still bewildered. Why did he play with the gopis of others, the wives of other people? Still, so many are bewildered. To understand the action itself, very difficult. Correct. How much more difficult it will be to understand the mind of Krishna? But Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is very, very merciful to us, and he is telling what is in the mind of Krishna. Okay, so he is saying here. So we'll read a part of this purport, which is highlighted. Yeah, please read.
This this reciprocal exchanges of mellows are called
Okay,
raga
which
bhakti,
reciprocal exchanges here it's mentioned that the pastimes at Vrajabhumi. Okay, that he's saying. Yes, please read.
or devotional service to the Lord in transcendental rapture. Lord Sri Krishna wants to make known to all the conditioned souls that he is more attracted by raga bhakti than vidhi bhakti, or devotional service under secluded scheduled
Scheduled,
regulations.
scheduled
Yeah,
regulation.
scheduled.
Yeah. So this is what Prabhupada is saying in the purport. He is quoting another shloka actually, which will come later. What it is said that what Krishna wants to make to all the conditioned souls known that he is attracted more by Raga Bhakti. What is Raga Bhakti? It will come later. And as we have learned, Raga Bhakti is present in whom? The Nitya Siddha devotees. Not in A and B. Both are practitioners. Our example, Vaidhi Sadhaka, Raganuga Sadhaka, both are practicing. One is practicing to follow him, that is Raga Bhakti, by seeing the videos in the sense that reading the 10th canto pastime. Other person A, he is trying to follow this person in the sense that he is following through the book. He is a Vaidhi Sadhaka, following through the book. But out of both of them, who is going to attract the Lord more? Which one is going to attract the Lord more?
Raga.
Raganuga bhakti.
A or B in our analogy?
B, Prabhu.
B. B is going to attract more. Who is saying that? Lord himself is saying, it will come later, and here Prabhupada is telling. Okay. That is clear. Then we will go ahead now. Aishwarya Gyanete Sabha Jagat Shit Mishrit. Aishwarya Sithile Preme Nahi Mora Preet. Very simple Bengali. ऐश्वर्य ज्ञान से क्या है सब जगत मिश्रित है. Okay. All the world is mixed with Aishwarya Gyan. And then he's saying Aishwarya Sithil. That which is hardened. Sithil proper weakened. That which is weakened by majesty. That kind of prema, even though that which is weak because of awe and reverence, even though it has reached to prema and who has reached Vaikuntha, nahi mora preet. It's not very attractive to me. Who is saying this? Krishna is saying because Krishna's mind is being told now. What is going on in the mind of Krishna? Okay. Yeah, please read the translation.
Lord Krishna thought, all the universe is filled with the conception of my majesty, but love weakened by that sense of majesty does not satisfy me.
Okay. Yes. So he is saying the the world is filled with majesty means Vaidhi sadhana bhakti, where the person thinks Lord as the supreme personality of Godhead. He is controller of the whole universes and he is filled with awe and reverence. The devotee, the person A in our example, he has awe and reverence. Oh, if I don't follow the scriptures, then I will not be able to attain the goal. His impetus is scriptures, and he has always that fear that I should not do some mistake of not following the scriptures. Okay, like that he has some fear, and he has the conception of God as with lot of awe and reverence, lot of respect. Okay, but what he's saying that that makes the love weak. Why? It will come. हमारे ईश्वर माने अपना के हीन तारे प्रेम वश आमी नाही अधीन.
If one regards me as the Supreme Lord and himself as the subordinate, I do not become subservient to his love, nor can it control me.
Yeah, very clearly, Lord Krishna's mind is being told. Okay, these are not like our words. Krishna's mind, Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami is speaking out. He is saying, if one regards me as the Supreme Lord, which happens for the sadhaka A, by the sadhaka, he considers him as Supreme Lord and himself as a subordinate. Okay, I do not become subservient to his love, nor it can control me. Okay, this is the part of Vaidhi sadhana. आमाकेता ये भक्त भजे यही भावे तारे से भावे भजी यही मोर स्वभावे.
In whatever transcendental mellow my devotee worships me, I reciprocate with him. That is my natural behavior.
Yeah, so whoever ye tamam prapadyante, whoever comes to me and behaves in a particular way, I behave with him in that way only. Yeah, read this.
The Vrindavan pastimes demonstrated that although generally people worship God with reverence, the Lord is more pleased when a devotee thinks of him as his pet son, personal friend, or most dear fiance, and renders service unto him with such natural affection. The Lord becomes a subordinate object of love in such transcendental relationships.
Yeah, so clearly Prabhupada is saying again in the purport the same point that the person who considers with reverence is not so much pleasing Krishna as much as this person who thinks him as pet son like Mother Yashoda. Correct. So, can a person filled with reverence ever try to tie Krishna and do the Damodar Leela? He will never think, oh no, no, he is God. No, we cannot do. I just offer my obeisances to him. Hare Krishna. He will tell like the Mother Yashoda will tell, where is the stick? Bring it here. I'll beat him. Okay. So, considering him as pet son, personal friend like Sri Dama, he will tell, oh, what, you think yourself great? Lift me on your shoulder. He will tell like that. And then most dear fiance like Shrimati Radharani, Lalita Sakhi and all, who consider him as the fiance or the associate in the mood of conjugal love. Okay, these are the things. Okay. Ye yathamam prapadyante, he is giving praman. Okay. Yeah. Mora putra mora sakha mora pranapati. Ei bhave yei more kare shuddha bhakti. Apana ke bada mane amare samahina. Sei bhave hai amita hara adhina. Very simple. He considers me as putra. He considers me a friend. He considers me as Pranapati. So, is anybody able to do this with Lord Vishnu? Is anybody to going to consider Lord Vishnu as his son? Can anybody do like that? Can anybody consider Lord Vishnu as his friend? Can he do that? Can anybody think Lord Vishnu is my husband? Only Lakshmi Devi is allowed to do that. If anybody else does, he will not get any results. Okay, yahi bhave, yahi more kare shuddha bhakti, and all this is what shuddha bhakti. What else he does? Apana ke bada mane. He thinks I am great. Like Sri Rama is saying, oh, lift me on your shoulder. Yashoda Mai thinks, so I will beat this child and make him good and make him follow all the good habits. He should not do stealing in others' home. Amare sama hina. He considers me as lower or equal. Sama or hina. Say bhave hai amit tahara dina, and I also become their subordinate. Okay, what is this going on? Krishna's mind is being spoken here. Okay, yeah, read the translation.
If one cherishes pure loving devotion to me, thinking of me as his son, his friend, or his beloved, regarding himself as great and considering me his equal or inferior, I become subordinate to him.
Yeah, so in our discussion of the analogy A and B, the person A who is Vaidhi Sadhaka, he has impetus of scriptures and then he has awe and reverence also for the Lord. Okay. And the person B, he is trying to emulate persons who are not having awe and reverence of like the Vrajvasis. Like here the example is given. He thinks me as son, like Mother Yashoda, Nanda Baba. He's trying to follow them. Why does he follow them? Because naturally he feels attracted to such kind of person by reading 10th canto pastime. Once he heard, he felt, oh, this is very nice. I should try to become similar to them. Okay. He doesn't want to become another Nanda Baba. He wants to become an assistant to him, or he wants to become a similar person like him, or he wants to become a friend like he heard about Sri Dama, Sudama. So this person thinks, oh, this is such a great thing. I also like to become the friend of Lord Krishna. Okay, I would also want to tell Krishna that, oh, you are thinking yourself great, carry me on your shoulder. Okay, like this, he wants to also do with the Lord. So he's still doing sadhana for it, but he is attracted to that kind of mood. Okay, yes. Now, yeah, please read this part.
Flawless execution of regulative principles is executed in the Vaikuntha planets. But by strictly executing these principles, one can be elevated to the Vaikuntha planets. But spontaneous pure loving service is found in Krishna Lok alone.
Yeah, so as I was telling earlier that in the spiritual world there are two parts. So a person who is Vaidhi Sadhaka will go to the part A of the spiritual world. B will go to the B part. What are the two parts? Prabhupada has told here. who is following the regulative principles of Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti. These regulative principles are not meat eating, gambling, all those things. Okay, these are awe and reverential attitudes. Please don't confuse with that same word if it is used. Okay, we have to understand in the context it is used. Here, Prabhupada is not talking about meat eating. Okay, so please read the text in the context. Okay, so please do it in all of your readings wherever you read scripture. Flawless execution of regulative principles means that awe and reverence thing. That's what flow is going on. So one may ask, oh, that means Raghunath Sadhaka does he not follow regulative principle of meat eating, gambling, and all? He does that automatically. Okay, but that is not the discussion here. Here discussion is something else. By strictly executing these principles, one can be elevated to Vaikuntha. What principles? Awe and reverence. But who is spontaneous? Pure loving service is found in Krishna, but spontaneous pure loving service is found in Krishna Loka alone. What is the meaning of this word spontaneous? That was told in the shloka. Amara putra pranapati sakha. These kind of things he considers me. That is what is Prabhupada saying about spontaneous. And a person B who is Raganuga Sadhaka, he follows these kind of people. He emulates. Okay, the word used is emulate. Means he wants to follow them. Okay, and he wants to become like them. And for that he is practicing something. What is that something? Raganuga Sadhana Bhakti. He is doing a sadhana to become like them, become similar to them. Okay, and then this B person will go to B part. Which is this B part? That is Golok Vrindavan, Krishna Loka. And who will go there? This person alone will only go. And he will go no other place but this place only. You're getting this? B will go to Golok Vrindavan only and no other place. And nobody else will go to this Golok Vrindavan than B. Both the ways you have to understand. Okay. And similarly, regulative principles, one who is following Vaidhi Sadhana, he will go to which planet? He will go to Vaikuntha planet. There is also a Chaitanya Charitamrita shloka. We will show it later. But Prabhupada already brought it here. Okay. So माता मोरे पुत्र भावे करे न बंधन अति ही न जाने अति ही न ज्ञाने करे lalan palan. So my mother, what he does, Krishna is saying in his mind, oh, she has a putra bhava. She thinks, oh, he is my son. She doesn't consider him as supreme lord and all. His expansions are all Vishnu, three Vishnus are there. All that she doesn't consider. Even though somebody may tell and he may show Vishwarup darshan or he may show universe in his mouth, she will forget it after some time. She will again think, oh, he is my son. Karena Bandhan, and she will tie me. And she will do what? Lalan Palan. She will take care of me. Yeah, please read the translation.
Mother sometimes binds me as her son. She nourishes and protects me, thinking me utterly helpless.
Okay. सखा शुद्ध सख्य करे स्कंध आरोहण तुम्ही कोण बड़ा लोक तुम्ही आमी sama. So Sakha, who are friends, what they do? Skandha Arohan, they climb on my shoulder. Krishna is saying, na? In his mind he is saying. So they climb on my shoulder. Not that they tell, oh Krishna, you are great, please come on my shoulder. No, no. All that is there in Vaikuntha only. Garuda will say that. Here they will tell, oh, you are thinking you are great. Tumi kon bado lok. You are thinking you are great. Tumi ame sama. You and me are equal. Please now take me on. No, please. Sorry. Please is not there. Now you take me on your shoulder. Uh, yeah, please read.
My friends climb on my shoulders in pure friendship, saying, "What kind of big man are you? You and I are equal."
This is the language of the Vrindavan. Yeah, Priya yadik मान करी करये भर्त्सना Vedastuti Haile Hare Sei Moramana. Yeah, so read the translation.
If my beloved consort
Approaches, nahi, reproaches.
reapproaches me in a sulky mood, that steals my mind from the reverent hymns of the Vedas.
Yeah, so what is that word? Rebuke. Okay, reproach or rebuke. That is the word. Means, मतलब like मतलब एक तरह से कि to tell bad words or to what you say tell like we have Ashlishva Padaratam Pinastumam. So like that when we see Chaitanya Charitamrita, sorry, in Chaitanya Sikshashtakam, so there is a word used by Radharani, lampat. Okay, so that word is like rebuking Krishna. Okay, yeah, read this.
In worship of the Supreme Lord, with veneration, there is no manifestation of such natural love because the devotee considers the Lord his superior.
So again, Vaidhi Bhakti, he's saying that Lord devotee considers the Lord is superior, and such natural love manifestation is not there. What is meaning of natural love? Is it impure? No, their love is not impure. Vaidhi Sadhaka love is not impure, but it is not having this kind of spontaneity where they consider Lord as subordinate or a friend or a husband also, or not husband, sorry, in the mood of conjugal relationship. They don't consider in that way. So is it mixed? The love of Vaidhi sadhaka when it get perfected? Yes, it is mixed in the sense that it's not mixed with jnana and karma. It is not impure in that sense. It is impure in the sense that it is mixed with awe and reverence. Okay, you're getting the point. Okay, that is also a impurity which is called by our acharya. It is mixed with awe and reverence. To consider Lord as Supreme Lord. Oh, you are the creator of the universe. That is also considered impurity by whom? Our acharyas. Okay, our acharyas consider that as impurity. Okay, and general understanding of impurity is what? Jnana and karma is mixed. Okay, so this is the principle. Now this is important shloka. Yes. So please hear this attentively. Yai Shuddha Bhakta Laya Karimu Avatar Kariba Vividha Vidha Adbhuta Vihar Vaikuntadaye Nahi Ye Leela Prachar Se Leela Kariba Yate Mora Chamatkar. Yeah, please read.
Taking these pure devotees with me, I shall descend and sport in various wonderful ways, unknown even in Vaikuntha. I shall broadcast such pastimes by which even I am amazed.
Who is speaking this whole thing now? Krishna is speaking. Where is he speaking? He is speaking in his mind. What is thinking in his mind before coming as Lord Chaitanya, before Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu was written? What was the thing happening? We are discussing that, right? So what was happening in the mind of Krishna is being told. Okay. Taking these pure devotees. Now, who are these pure devotees whom he is talking about? Those who think him as the son, friend, and lover, all these people. So, is the personalities, perfected personality of Vaikuntha impure? Not in the sense of jnana and karma they are impure, but they are impure in the sense that they are mixed with awe and reverence. As I told you, our acharyas will think that also is impurity because our goal is Golok Vrindavan. So purity here means not the jnana and karma kind of thing. Please understand the thing in the context of discussion. Okay. So the context of discussion is about awe and reverence and love, right? So the purity here means there is no awe and reverence. Okay. So what he is saying further that I will do this which is unknown even in Vaikuntha. Obviously there is awe and reverence. So it's unknown in Vaikuntha and I shall broadcast such pastime by which even I am amazed. Yeah, read that purport.
Lord Krishna, in the form of Lord Chaitanya, educates his devotees to develop progressively to the stage of pure devotional service.
Yeah, what is the meaning of this pure devotional service? This is surely Uttama Bhakti, but what is the meaning in this context? What is the meaning of the
Raga,
pure word here? The
Raganuga Bhakti.
Rag, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to spread what? Two purposes he had, na? One was to himself प्रेम रस निर्यास to taste. Second was rag marg bhakti loke pracharan to what propagate the rag marg. So what is the meaning of pure devotional service here? Rag marg bhakti. Okay, that is the meaning. So now we have understood till now what that the whole thing of representation of Rupa Goswami when he is presenting now Raganuga Sadhana Bhakti, he is fulfilling whose desire? He
Lord
is trying to
Chaitanya.
He is trying to
Krishna,
fulfill desire of Lord Shri Krishna,
Krishna
who
desire.
appeared as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for a particular purpose to propagate Ragamarg. And then now Rupa Goswami, while presenting this literature, he is trying to fulfill that desire of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Lord Shri Krishna that he can create devotees who are without awe and reverence, followers of Raganuga Sadhana, and who can give extreme pleasure to the Supreme Lord, which he wants. And none of this I am saying. Krishna himself said in his mind that I am more pleased with what? This kind of love where they consider me as subordinate. Okay. And I don't like that kind of love which is Aishwarya Gyan Mishrit. I want that love which is Aishwarya Gyan Shunya. Okay. Okay. Yes. Okay. Now we have discussed this important part. Any questions on this? Yes, Prem Latika Mataji.
So, Prabhuji, I mean, it seems very difficult because I'm talking to my about myself.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm not talking about the others. Don't take it
Yeah,
otherwise.
yeah,
No offenses, please.
yeah.
So,
Tell.
Prabhuji, still, I'm too in a primary stage. Too in a
Okay.
primary stage, struggling every day to follow the given our what is morning program is given. We try to follow and in the Vaidhi sadhana bhakti only. But at
Hmm.
the same time, when we are serving our deities, we
Hmm.
naturally develop affection for them after
Hmm.
serving them over the years and years.
Hmm. Correct, correct.
So yeah, I'm talking about my family. Me and my Prabhu are very keen and sure that whatever happens, we will feed our deities 4 times. We don't know anything.
Hmm.
So is this is a natural love? I matlab, sometimes so happen that no one there is a lot of busy schedules, but still we make sure that deities are being get feed. So
Hmm.
is this the natural love towards our deities, or is this I mean, I'm not to
Yeah,
figure it out in which
yeah,
state we are in.
yeah, yeah. It can be. It can be natural. It may not be natural. Okay. It will be answered. I will ask you only later. After we have seen this section of Raganuga Sadhana Bhakti, what is definition of Lobha? Okay, because that was the extra qualification, right, for Raganuga Sadhana Bhakti, that Lobha should be there. What is the meaning of that word, Lobha? That will come later. Then we will revisit your question and we will answer. Okay, there it will be answered. Because I don't want to prematurely answer and I will not be, I will have to ask you some questions to understand that. Okay, so actually it should be done after understanding that, and ideally it should be discussed with Guru only. We'll see
or
that
or
later.
maybe I'm just completing
Yeah.
my question, or maybe as we have the son and we take care of him that he should be feed properly, that
Hmm.
view we are looking at our duties. I mean, I'm confused.
Yeah, that's what. It will be clear when we understand the term.
Okay.
Just like earlier, there was a question: are we practicing pure devotional service? So
Hmm.
there, whoever asked that question, we discussed few things with him. Are you doing this part? Are you wanting to go to Brahman? Are you wanting to go to Swarga? So we have to ask few question and answers, right? So was that is needed. Okay.
Okay. And another is, Prabhuji, that by practicing Vaidhi sadhana bhakti very nicely, there
Hmm.
are chances that we can get shifted towards Raganuga. Right?
Yeah, yeah, you're correct.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Okay. There is two more shlokas which are there. I want to just show. Then I will take question. Okay. This is 33. Yeah. Okay. Please, Yamuna Vilas, to continue. Two more are there.
Yeah. Then, by hearing about the pure love of the residents of Raja, devotees will worship me on the path of spontaneous love, abandoning all rituals of religiosity and fruitive activity.
Yeah. So we had read till 31, and then now Krishna is saying that then by hearing about what pure love. What is the meaning of the word pure here? Purity is not with respect to jnana and karma here. Purity with respect to awe and reverence, unmixed with awe and reverence. That is called pure in this context. So that pure love of residents of Raja will worship me on the path of spontaneous love. So they will be attracted towards this Raganuga sadhana. Okay, or Ragatmika Bhaktas who are Rajvasi. So that's why I am coming to show all the pastimes. So Lord Krishna came to manifest the pastimes of Vrindavan. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to show the path how to actually uh, get attracted to that through Ragamarg. Okay, so both, it's not incidental that they both come in same Kali Yuga. Okay, it's very much planned. And what will this whole thing do? They will abandon all rituals of religiosity and fruitive activity. Okay, what they will do, dharma and karma they will leave, means all this awe and reverence kind of things they will give up. Okay, yeah, please read this.
Many realized souls, such as Raghunath Das Goswami and King Kulashekara, have recommended with great emphasis that one develop this spontaneous love of Godhead, even at the risk of transgressing all the traditional codes of morality and religiosity. Sri Raghunath Das Goswami, one of the six Goswamis of Vrindavan, has written in his prayers called the Mana Shiksha that one should simply worship Radha and Krishna with attention, with all attention.
Attention, yeah. So that's why here he is saying that many great souls, realized souls have recommended what? Great emphasis that one should develop this spontaneous love of Godhead which is there in the Brajvasis, even at the risk of transgressing all the transcendent traditional codes of morality and religiosity. What is meaning of this word? Not that one has to give up the regulative principles of no meat eating and all. The meaning is one should give up the dharma which is prescribed in the varnashrama system. Okay, that is the meaning here. Okay, and just do Navavidha Bhakti. With what attitude? Trying to emulate those who don't have awe and reverence of the Vrajvasis. That is the meaning. Okay, and one more we will read. Yeah.
Just as these desires are the fundamental reason for Krishna's appearance, whereas destroying the demons is only an incidental necessity. So for Sri Krishna Chaitanya, so for Sri Krishna Chaitanya, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, promulgating the dharma of the age is incidental.
Yeah, just like Krishna's appearance for destroying demons was incidental, that was to be done by Vishnu, but it was the same time, so he came. Similarly, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has not come just to propagate Harinam Sankirtan. That is external reason. If you read Chaitanya Charitamrita, that is external reason. What is internal reason? Internal reason was to Premras Niryas, that is to understand what is the ecstasy that Radharani is undergoing. Three internal regions actually, if you read. And second was mentioned here that Raga Marga Bhakti Karite Pracharan, to propagate the Marga of Raga, that making people get attracted to the path of Raga Marga or Raganuga Sadhana Bhakti. Okay. So this was the presentation from Chaitanya Charitamrit, just to make us understand what Rupa Goswami is trying to fulfill by writing this book and what we are supposed to also get inspired by. We don't have to force something in us or do something artificially. Everything has a qualification for itself. Okay, whether it is Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti or whether it is Raganuga Sadhana Bhakti, both have its qualification. We don't have to do anything artificially, but we have to know what is expected from us, why the purpose of the book is, what the purpose of the book is, what is Rupa Goswami is trying to do here. Okay, that's why I presented this and I took out extra time apart from the syllabus to convey this point. Okay. Okay, now we can take some questions and then we'll continue next week. Yes, Aruna Mataji.
Prabhu, as we just discussed, that only Raganuga path of bhakti can take one to the
Hmm.
spiritual world, that is spiritual world as in Goloka Vrindavan.
Correct.
But like what we are practicing right now, like we have been told that, like there are two, three statements I would mention that we generally hear. First one is that the Swarup of a Jiva is that he's the eternal servant of Krishna.
Hmm.
And while taking initiation also, we promised to our spiritual master that we will try to serve the mission of Srila Prabhupada, or we'll try to be the humble servant of the servants of, to serve in the mission of Srila Prabhupada, basically.
Correct.
And then in Bhagavad Gita also we see that in 18.66 Krishna says that, just surrender unto me. And
Hmm.
9.26 we heard that Krishna provides to his devotees. So basically whatever we are reading and learning is worshipping Krishna, matlab, considering Krishna as a supreme, and then worshipping him in awe and reverence. Then
Hmm.
how is it possible for us to, move from this Vaidhi Bhakti to Raganuga Bhakti? Because
Hmm.
every time, I think in every lecture of my spiritual master that I hear,
Hmm.
we are being reminded that we are the servants. So it is not possible to actually, theoretically, yes, we are aware that, we maybe we actually need to establish sometime, maybe in the
Hmm.
advanced stage, we need
Hmm.
to raise ourselves up to a level of, one of the rasas out of five rasas. But how is it possible? That's what my question is.
Hmm.
And do we really need to come to the level of Raganuga? Because I have not read NOD before into detail, so
Hmm.
I'm not aware that, maybe gradually we need to move from Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti to the Raganuga, and then maybe that level of having the prem out of those five rasas. I mean, if you
Hmm.
can just explain, is it
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
needed, and how is it possible to give up that awe and reverence attitude of performing
Yeah.
the bhakti?
Yeah, so as far as first question is there, if it is needed, so that we have seen the presentation of Chaitanya Charitamrit. Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami is saying what is Krishna liking more. That is very clear. He is thinking in his mind. So I hope that answer is clear that whether it is needed. Okay, and it's a personal choice. Okay, that just like the person A and B had a choice whether to just keep following the book, or yeah, if the video is more attractive, it's more attractive. Okay, so it's a personal choice. Nobody is forced to do anything. Just like we hear even Murari Gupta or even other devotees, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, yeah, Venkat Bhatt. Yeah, so they were devotees of Lord Vishnu or Ram. He did not try to convert them that no, 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 Krishna is highest, and he did not tell these things from Chaitanya Charitamrita saying that you don't know what is in Krishna's mind. He did not do like that. So our thing is not to force anything upon us or do anything artificially. But this presentation was just to make us understand that yes, Krishna is more pleased with that. And the scriptures that our Acharya have written is having this orientation. This is the first part of the answer. Whether it is needed or not, it is surely needed. If possible, we should try to do. Second part is that how to give up that awe and reverence, because the whole Bhagavad Gita is seems that is talking with awe and reverence. So my answer is also from Bhagavad Gita. Tesham satatyuktanam bhaditam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yenamam upyanti te. Okay, and ye yathamam prapadyante. These two shlokas. So one shloka he is saying, as Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami also quoted, that as you approach me, I will give you benedictions in the same way. You come with awe and reverence, I'll accept you with awe and reverence. Okay, and if you come with spontaneity, following a person who is spontaneously attracted to me, I will award you that kind of uh, perfection. Okay, and then how will he give? तेषां सततयुक्तानां भजतां प्रीतिपूर्वकं ददामि बुद्धियोगं तां येन माम् उपयान्ति ते. I will give you the intelligence to understand the same shlokas of Bhagavad Gita in a way which is different to awe and reverence. Okay. And how can we do it? Sorry, we cannot do it. It has to be given to us. Okay. Just like we cannot go and approach anybody to tell them that I want to practice bhakti now. Please give me bhakti. No, it is qualified over many, many lifetimes. When we receive Agyat Sukriti, then it is fructified into Shraddha, and then we start practicing bhakti. One can never go and tell himself that yes, I am today starting bhakti because I am wanting to do it. It's not never like that. And even if you want to force anybody until unless he has qualified, got the Shraddha by accumulation Agya Sukriti, he will never do. Same is for this also, Raganuga Sadhana also. We cannot just start doing it. That lobha has to be there, that greed to follow somebody who is the Vrajavasi has to be there. How will that be received? That will also be received by a sadhu. So later it will come either sadhu or Krishna. Rupa Goswami will say in the last verse of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, he is going to say that Krishna tad bhakta karunya matra eka labha hetuka. Krishna and Tad Bhakta, Krishna and his devotees Karunya, mercy, is the only reason for one to enter this path of Raghunava Sadhana Bhakti. Okay, so we cannot attain it, it has to be given to us. So these are the three parts of the answer. I hope it satisfies.
Yes, Prabhuji. So at present, we are practicing a combination of Vaidhi and Raga both because we do get inspired by Prabhupada's book and his disciples also.
No,
So
no,
is
no,
it that we're
no,
practicing
no.
both?
No, we have to get inspired by what Vishwanath told. 10th canto pastimes
Okay.
where the characters are Nitya Siddha characters who are present in the Vrindavan now. Not with Bhaum Vrindavan, Golok Vrindavan, or let's say is more clearly who came with Krishna and who went back with Krishna. That would be more appropriate. That characters we have to be inspired by. Okay, there may be devotees who may be following them and we can follow them, no problem. But the technical definition what is given is being inspired by them originally, and then we can follow others. Okay, so yeah, now you can continue your question. I stopped in between, I think.
So inspired by
Yeah.
Prabhuji, how?
Yeah, so
I
you were
mean,
saying
how
whether it is
do?
mixed. Yeah, sorry. You were saying whether it is
Yeah,
mixed, Vaidhi and
okay.
Raga. Yeah. So that has to be personally ascertained. Okay. After we have studied this section, then it is seen, okay, what are the qualifications for Raganuga is apart from these three: faith, not to attach, not to detach. There is lobha also. So whether that is there in me, what is the definition of lobha, whether it is there, all that has to be seen personally and under the guidance of Guru. That whole thing has to be ascertained. Okay, so that's why we cannot decide at this time.
Okay, Prabhuji. And that natural affection towards any particular personality or any particular rasa is also given, Prabhuji, over the period of time? Or,
Is
I
also
mean,
what? Sorry.
the natural inclination which you said, na, that the
Hmm.
natural affection that we have to follow in the footsteps of a particular personality who's
Mm-hmm.
Nitya Mukta Jiva in
Nitya Siddha.
spiritual world.
Yeah.
So that affection I'm talking about, is it
Hmm.
also given, Prabhuji, or it is already there in our heart and will manifest over the period of time?
Hmm. Yeah, it is given by those who are similarly inclined. So Bhakti Samar Sindhu in the southern section, fifth chapter, Sthai Bhav chapter, there is a shloka where this is discussed that how it will be manifested. So very clearly it is told that it is from many many lifetimes one would have received the impressions of certain sadhu or certain rasa, then gradually it manifests in some of the lifetime. Okay, so that we can discuss later, but as of now, in short, I will answer that it is given to us just like Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti is given to us Guru Krishna Prasade by Bhakti Lata Bij. So Bhakti Lata which Bij? Both Vaidhi and Raganuga, both are Bhakti Lata Bij only, both are in practice only. Why to accept it only for Vaidhi Bhakti? Why not Raganuga? Both are practice. So both Bijas are given by them. Okay. Yes. Okay.
In ISKCON, what do we practice, Prabhuji, if I want to know specifically?
No, no, no. We will discuss this question at the end of the topic and gradually it will come. Okay. Uh, Prabhupada has given everything. Prabhupada has given both. He has been telling in the purports. And in ISKCON, many devotees could be practicing both or a mixture of both or any one of them only. Okay. So externally, we can never identify. Why? We will see it later.
Prabhuji, one last
Right.
thing, because now we know it very clearly that it is the Raganuga Bhakti.
No, no,
That
now we
is
have started little bit understanding. We are just scratching the surface. Now 99% of the things are there. Okay. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So maybe, I mean,
And
so
not that
whatever.
I know everything. I am knowing only 1 or 2%. From that only I am telling. Yes.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
So even though, like, at whatever level we have
Mm.
understood, or we at least theoretically know that it is Raganuga Bhakti that pleases the Lord most.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I just want to know, knowing that fact, what should be our goal at present then? I mean, is whatever we are doing so far is like
We have to
okay,
just continue that only.
like
There is
that
no
only.
change we have to do. There is no change we have to do. We have to just continue that. Later, Purport Prabhupada will also tell, and we cannot do anything from our side. We have to attain the mercy of those Krishna or Tad Bhakta Karunya that Rupa Goswami is saying. From our side, we cannot do anything. From our side, what is our qualification as of now? Are we having the impetus to follow the Shastra? I'm asking, are
Mhm.
you having the impetus to follow the Shastra? You may say, yeah, I follow Guru's words, but Guru also is speaking from Shastra. Or somebody may say, no, no, I follow senior devotees, but they also speak from Shastra only, right? So Rupa Goswami has got the root. Sashaneneva Shastrasya. So, first characteristic is that Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti I'm saying. And another characteristic was what? Kriti Sadhya Bhavet Sadhya. So, are we ready to engage our senses? I will show that slide again. Okay. Yes. See here, what are the two characteristics of the Sadhana Bhakti, Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti. Yes. So is the rag absent? That spontaneous, what is the definition of a rag? Spontaneous attraction towards Vraj Krishna. Is it absent? Yes, for most of us it is absent. And second thing, pravritti rup jayate. Are we ready to engage our senses in the bhakti activities? Yes, we are ready to engage. And still, are we doing it under the sashan of the scriptures? Yes. If these three are qualified, then we are qualified by the sadhana bhakti. And another place also we read yes, faith, not to attached, not to detached. Correct. But still we may have some desires, material desires, which we have kept in the box of anartha, and it will go away in anat nivritti. All these things are there. Then we are qualified for Vaidhi sadhana bhakti, and we should continue it. And the fourth thing, that is lobha, whether it is there or not, after we see the definition, we will see. Okay, as of now, we don't have ourselves any choice. That love anyhow has to be given by some sadhu or Krishna. Okay. So we have to just continue doing what we are doing. Okay, but with the
Okay.
understanding that what pleases the Lord is this. Okay, and if
Okay.
we can, yeah, we can have a aspiration. Yes, if somebody gives, or maybe we can pray to Krishna or devotees or spiritual masters that yes, it would be good if I get that mercy. So we can keep praying like that. Okay, our prayers have effect. Okay,
Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna. Yes, Prem Latika Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji, regarding this, I was just thinking about Navvida Bhakti and Raganuga Bhakti. So we say that in Navvida Bhakti, if any of the angas we get perfected, Krishna is pleased, right, Prabhuji?
Hmm.
Apart from that,
Hmm.
what I have seen, the devotees who chant very seriously and sincerely, rounds more than 16 rounds, they are very humble. They are very humble, those who chant very intensely. That what I have
Hmm.
seen live example in temple with some
Hmm.
brahmacharis and some grihasthas also. So if I perfect myself in chanting, of course, more if I focus more upon chanting, and naturally it will help me to become more humble, and humility what attracts Krishna. So
Hmm.
is there any connection between this and Raganuga Bhakti, Prabhuji?
Yeah, means later it will be told that the same angas which was described for Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti, same angas should be continued for Raganuga Sadhana also. And like you told, chanting, and we saw the five important limbs. One of them was chanting, na? So chanting also same thing has to be continued in Raganuga Sadhana also. Okay, if one is qualified for that, same thing. So as you said, connection, yes, there is a connection because that will nourish the bhakti. Just like chanting nourishes Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti, chanting will nourish that also. Okay, chanting is like Shravan Kirtan Jal, we say, right? So Shravan and Kirtan is the Jal which we provide to the root of the our sadhana bhakti lata. So both will be nourished, whichever we are practicing. So chanting, humility, all these are very, very foundational to any kind of bhakti. Okay. Yes.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Okay. So we will pause here. Okay. Can you please elaborate what is awe and reverence? Can you give some example strictly following the Vaidhi sadhana only? Okay. So one question is, can we understand what is, okay, elaborate on what is awe and reverence. So as we discussed, awe and reverence is that where one considers Krishna or Vishnu generally as supreme lord, and he wants to become his servant only. Okay, and considering them as the controller of the universe, seeing the majesty part. Whereas opposite of that awe and reverence is sweetness. What do you mean of sweetness? Sweetness is not madhur rasa. Sweetness is the interactions are sweet, where there is no formality. Okay, the formal things are not there. That yes, uh, like I said, the example or Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami gave that Krishna is speaking in the mind that oh, my mother wants to bind me, she wants to beat me or correct me like that, or the friends are saying that you lift me on your shoulder like that they are saying. So that is without awe and reverence kind of thing. Okay, so that's what is the understanding. Okay, and one more question was what? Can you give examples of strictly following the Vaidhi sadhana bhakti only? Yeah, so Shrimad Bhagavatam is itself gives the example of Narad boy who follows the Vaidhi sadhana bhakti, first canto, fifth chapter. Narad boy is the example. Our acharyas have explained that is the example of Vaidhi sadhana bhakti. And later in this section also, Narad Muni, when he is talking to Yudhishthir Maharaj in seventh canto, he will himself tell that I am example of Vaidhi sadhana bhakti. Okay, yeah. Okay, so if there are no more questions, we will pause here. So we will continue this topic in the next session. Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Shri Rup Goswami Pad ki jai, Shri Bhakti Ramri Sindhu ki jai. Hare Krishna.